Marriagetoxin was not an anime I thought I'd be watching this season. With so many straight-up romances on the docket, this action story about a poison master finding a wife while fighting other criminal underworld bosses didn't really grab me. But as often happens, it was late one night and Crunchyroll knew I was in the perfect spot to try something out if it served it to me on its front page. So on it went. As the episodes moved along, there were plenty of the hallmarks of shonen action, with the somewhat arbitrary power scaling, drawn-out fight sequences, and a protagonist that bounces effortlessly between cool and funny. These parts of the show I am not particularly moved by. Not because they're bad, it's just nothing that really scratches my personal viewing itch. What Marriagetoxin does have that jumps out to me though, is its overarching plotline, where Hikaru is seeking a relationship under the guidance of marriage swindler Mei. Romantic plotlines are not unusual in shows of this ilk, especially recently, but this is different. It's not that this anime deals with love, it's how it handles it that is so special. Every once in a while, the action drops away entirely, and in its absence are these characters and the feelings they have for each other. It's romance distilled, as potent as one of Hikaru's titular toxins. I almost feel crazy saying it, because this is such a fun and action-oriented anime that it seems unthinkable that there are these little gems of serious scenes hidden away in there. But there are, I promise. So, what exactly does Marriagetoxin say about love? And how is it unique, not just in the realm of action anime, but romance as well? To be clear right off the bat, we're not here to just talk about how romance is a part of Marriagetoxin's plot. Within that broader umbrella, there are scenes that cut deeper than they have any right to. These are the moments we need to inspect. In the pilot episode, one of those scenes comes along. Despite this show leaning heavily into the rom-com vibe, our first introduction to love is couched heavily in sacrifice. Hikaru's sister believes she must sacrifice her relationship with her girlfriend to continue the family lineage. Mei sells himself to others to help cover his brother's medical bills. Hikaru himself lost out on his youth to become the assassin he is today. And yet, in the midst of all this despair, it's Hikaru's desire for love that cuts through the noise. Despite all of the internal politics of his decision, what he really wants is a simple life, support from a partner. By finding the bravery to accept this want in himself, Hikaru is also able to help the others around him. So while this early scene is still full of the action that will define the rest of the season, it also imbues a tangible sense of humanity into our protagonist and the search that will define the rest of what's to come. A lot of Marriagetoxin is about what makes someone lovable. This framing makes Mei a fascinating character to inspect. He is a chameleon, defined by his ability to analyze, break down, and seduce anyone he needs to. Love is demystified to Mei, a result of measured variables rather than some unknown force. It seems like this would make him jaded or pessimistic, but instead it's the opposite. To Mei, people are many ridged puzzle pieces, each facet of their personality a different notch in their edges. It's not about finding one person whose side fits perfectly with yours, but rather finding the parts of your alignments that match up to each other. I love that idea that he expresses, that everyone has their own charm. It's a refreshingly tactile view of love, rather than something more ethereal. Love takes effort, dating takes effort, and I think this message carries especially well in a show with an all-adult cast. Mei's analytical view of attraction seems like it could view love pessimistically, but instead it encourages us to think about what we bring to the table when it comes to dating. reasons why someone might be attracted to us. As the season has gone along, Hikaru has been assembling a group of women he's been adding to his friends list on his phone. Each one reveals a different aspect of how we connect with each other. Kyoko is his first real date, and the pivotal moment here has to do with being vulnerable. Both she and Hikaru open up about their pasts, the choices they've made that led them to where they are now. Kyoko clearly is content with her decision to give up a well-to-do life, and yet Hikaru's genuine acknowledgement of her sacrifice moves her to tears. When he asks her to start off as friends, it's because he wants them to know each other better before dating, another aspect of that vulnerability. Then with Shiori, the second love interest, their moments of romance are all about communication. Both of them are shy and awkward, but the sparks fly when their shared interests come out. They learn from each other, about bravery, about confidence. And at the very end, Shiori takes that last big leap to ask for Hikaru's contact info. It is incredibly sweet, demonstrating the balance between the love we show and the love we ask for. As the season moves along and others get introduced, I can't wait to see what other sides of romance get explored. There's one last moment that I have been waiting to talk about. This is the real wow moment that spurred me to make this video. At the very end of Hikaru's date with Kyoko, Mei springs another date on him immediately after. He protests. He's focused on Kyoko. The music starts to swell, more melancholy than anything else. Mei offers up his own perspective. He wants Hikaru to find the one. But how would he know the one is the one if he doesn't get to meet a bunch of wonderful people and see how he meshes with them? Mei scrolls on his phone eagerly as he speaks. Hikaru seems reluctant, but accepting. This little scene is fascinating to me. It is truly rich. It does not offer easy answers or a right and wrong perspective. Mei speaks authoritatively, but the music cues and Hikaru's reactions don't quite back him up fully. In my reading, this scene is commenting on the abundance of choice in modern dating, the concept of finding the one, and the entire purpose of dating at all. More than anything else, it makes me think about these things, how I feel about them. It's thought-provoking, a level of writing and presentation I wasn't expecting from an anime like this. Marriagetoxin is an action anime with a core of romance. More than that though, it contains some really interesting perspectives on how we come to love one another. Hikaru's relationships with those around him each provide a window into both his heart and the nature of dating. At the end of it all is a show that has plenty of fun, but then will occasionally hit you with some really top-tier romance. It's unlike much else I've seen, and that's without diving into Mei's gender nonconformity, the chance that he ends up being with Hikaru, or any of the other drama plotlines in this story. And that ends today's episode of Love and Anime. I hope you enjoyed. I know covering an action anime like this is not normally on the usual schedule of events, but I really mean it when I say that some of those weightier scenes stuck with me, so I had to talk about it. If you enjoyed the video today and like video essays about romance, anime, and romance anime, liking and subscribing helps a ton and will keep you in the loop, as does hitting the hype button on the mobile app. I'm Slam Anime, and I'll see you next time.